Hi, everybody, and welcome to NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm your host, Greg Martin. Being out in the sun, as most divers are, a lot, tends to, some of us with fair skin tend to get burnt. And I'm one of those people that I wind up having an issue all the time with sunburn and chapped lips and those kind of things. My guests today have kind of come up with a solution to that, as well as one of the things we talk about often here on the Dive Team Report is being friendly to our environment. And our guests today have solved that problem. We have Autumn and Kristin here with us. They're with Stream2Sea. Autumn, tell me about your product.
Well, Stream2Sea is an EcoConscious and biodegradable sunscreen and body care product line. As you mentioned, we're divers. We're concerned with the aquatic environment. I was diving in Palau some years back and was coming up for my safety stop and noticed a rainbow slick of sunscreen coming off of a bunch of divers, and came back on board, started reading ingredient listing. I'm a cosmetic chemist by education in the last 15 years of my career, and I was somewhat offended by the ingredients that I was reading in these products that we were putting in the waters. Started researching some of the studies out there showing that these ingredients really are impacting our environment, and thought that we could do better. So we spent the last few years developing this product line, researching it, testing it. We partnered with some very intelligent scientists over at Eckerd College who are working with Moat Marine Labs. And they helped us prove that our products were safe for the aquatic environment. They went through freshwater fish testing, saltwater fish testing, moved on to coral larvae. They did some C. elegans, which are these little nematodes that iridesce luminescent colors when they're upset. And so we were happy to see that they were not iridescing the wrong way. And we developed this line of products that we feel very safe and comfortable using when we're playing in our waters.
Talk to me, Kristin, about what the problem with normal stuff is. What's the problem with that for the environment?
There's a couple problems with it. One thing is that there are a lot of ingredients that aren't good for us. So oxybenzone, which is found in a number of sunscreens, is not only found going into our bloodstream, and it is not safe for our bodies, but there's also been studies out there a lot more recently that show that it does lead to coral bleaching and fish, as Autumn was saying, it's not just about killing the fish, it's about changing their behavior and impacting them in any way, shape, or form. So there are also ingredients in a lot of our body care products, not specific to the sunscreen, but in some of the other body care products that we've looked to ship that can be harmful to our bodies as well. And some of those have been also found to be harmful to the environment. We were surprised to find out that some things that are safe for humans are not safe for the aquatic environment. So when we first started out, Autumn was formulating to these EcoCert standard. We're both passionate about natural health and wellness, and some of those products were not safe for the fish.
Get out of town. Really? The stuff that we use is not always compatible for the environment?
A real fast little story here for you. I made this shampoo that if I was selling it to a health food store, it would have passed all of the highest standards. I was really proud of this formula. It was safe and effective. It felt good. It rinsed well. It had a nice lather. And I sent it off for the aquatic toxicity testing, and I killed every fish in the tank.
Uh-oh.
The thing that really opened my eyes is this product would have passed the highest natural product standards. As a natural product cosmetic chemist, it was safe. It would have been approved by every buyer out there in the health food stores. And I'm killing fish with it in really tiny concentrations. That blew my mind. That told me that we were on the right track with developing this product line, that we weren't just guessing. We didn't just think it would be safe for the environment, but we now know.
It's something people don't think about. Okay, I'm washing my hair and I use this stuff.
As a camper and a hiker, I would shower in lakes all summer long and not, and just bring whatever it was that I was using at that time and not really thinking about it. I think it's more than just, hopping in the ocean with your sunscreen on. It's impacting all of our water systems. And additionally, we've learned a lot about things that go down our drains and and don't filter out through our wastewater treatment facilities. They end up in the ocean as well eventually. So it really was a new way of thinking for us too. So we do understand that this is new and people are just learning about this.
So, Greg, you're getting on this liveaboard in a few weeks. Very soon, you're going on this wonderful liveaboard.
I am.
And you know about sunscreen, there's been a lot of talk within our industry. A lot of dive masters are even including sunscreen briefings when they're going on board. So you know that you're going to use a mineral-based sunscreen. It may be a little bit white, but that's okay. You're going to be protected. You're not going to be impacting the environment when you're jumping in the water. But we also want to be thinking about the shampoos, the conditioners, the other products we're washing down the drain when we're playing in these sensitive aquatic environments.
Anytime you're going to be out in the environment, or basically any time, should we be thinking about replacing our home care products that we use?
We're just starting to learn more about how that all works because we want to make sure that we're safe. We've learned a lot about what is not filtered out and what ultimately ends up in the ocean. Of course, we targeted divers first, and we talk a lot about divers because there's a direct impact. But there are all these other indirect impacts that eventually will end up having almost the same effect. We saw it with the microbeads. If you remember,
right,
back a couple of years ago, microbeads flushing into the waters, and they were finding them in fish. So, we do see a lot of that. We have evidence of that already. So those were considerations for us. So we are starting to talk about that a little bit more.
There's now a new partnership between Stream2Sea and NAUI's Green Diver. And I want to talk about that just a little bit, trying to get a little bit more conscious about things, especially for divers. Glad to have you on board.
We're super excited about that partnership. The minute we started even having discussions with NAUI and with the Green Initiative program, we started to get really excited. I just started asking them about opportunities to kind of be on their board or to do something to participate. And because I liked what they were doing, it morphed into this whole initiative where a certain percentage of sales will go back to that Green Diver initiative. And they're using those dollars for all kinds of exciting things, education that supports their mission, much like with the synergies that we have with them, educating people on how we impact the water, how we can do better studies. They're going to have an education program.
Let's wrap up here. Talk a little bit about website. Where can people find products? Autumn?
Our products are widely available at stream2sea.com.
Green Diver Initiative was given a coupon code. When someone purchases on our website using that coupon code, NAUI Green Diver gets a percentage of that sale.
Go to stream2sea.com/NAUI. It automatically gives them that coupon code. You get a discount, and then there's a referral commission goes over to support NAUI Green Diver Initiative.
Nice. And I have to say this right up front. The shampoo smells almost good enough to eat. It
doesn't taste so good. I don't really recommend it, Greg.
There you go. All right, check out Stream2Sea. Help the environment as much as you possibly can. I'd like to thank Blum and Kristin for joining us today. And that's this episode of NAUI's Dive Team Report. Take care of the environment. It's taking care of us. We'll catch you next time. It's the NAUI Dive Team Report. I'm Greg Martin. I'll see you underwater.